Hey everybody, here's Alex Bigley. It's been a while since I made a video. However, something special just happened. First of all, before I even get into this, I do want to mention that this has rarely happened to me. So I could probably count on one hand maybe the amount of times that I've actually run into a person like this. So contrary to the narrative, so with that said, I just came back from the doctor's office in Boca Raton, setting up it's foreshadowing. So I go in there and I'm waiting behind one woman. Some Spanish woman, she's got a mask on. I'm guessing she's sick. I don't know. I did see her later on. She was coughing, so. But then behind her, in front of me, was it behind me? It was behind me, that's right. In walked some white woman, also wearing a mask. No coughing, but, And she wanted to go sit down. Well, before I went up, the Spanish woman that was in front of me went to go sit down too. White lady asked, "Are you going to be sitting down here?" And she's like, she just got up and walked out. Because she said yes. Sat down. On the other side of the little waiting area, complete, more than 6 feet away. Just saying. So apparently, when I just, I paid my bill, whatever, sat down, and she comes back in. Well, I've been in and out of the hospital, blah 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 blah, and I'm like, you're wearing a mask. She's wearing a mask. She's more than 6 feet away from you, according to CDC guidelines, which take the amount of salt accordingly. And clearly, she's just doing this to be a racist jacktard. Or other colorful words I can use that would not be conducive to my character. So, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, she's more than 6 feet away from you, per CDC guidelines. And she's like, it doesn't matter, you're still floating around, whatever. And I'm like, well, I might be sick too. Do you have a problem with me sitting here, or is it because I'm white? And then she mouthed off a little more, and then I'm like, look, if you want to be racist, just go somewhere else. She's like, mind your own business. Show me how. And what I said back to her. Which both got a laugh out of the nurse that saw me and the doctor. So. And she, she's like, and then I hear her complaining as I'm getting, after I went in, I'm hearing her complain about stuff. And while I'm standing there, while I was standing there earlier, she comes over and goes all the way around me, reaches in to get some hand sanitizer. Again, I'm white, so I guess, I'm immune to being sick, or the sicknesses that I get as a honky aren't as bad as those that perhaps someone who is Espanol would get. So, anyway, so I'm in there and I hear her complaining, I've been out of the hospital, if she's sick, she should be outside. And the woman's like, look, man, if you don't feel comfortable about it, you can go out and wait outside. We're not going to force anybody to go sit outside. And because you don't, whatever. And so, as I'm paying, or as I'm getting, my prescription or whatever, about to leave, she walks in. And she says something to people and their germs or something like that. Or she called her a germ, I don't know. And I just look back at her, I'm like, maybe you should have worn your hood instead of a mask. She just told me to GTH. If you really want to know what that is, I can't help you. And then, I just kind of laughed and went out. Now, I came up with 3 wonderful things I should have said. The first one was, while that's a very generous offer, I don't think I'll be living with you or moving in with you. The second one is, okay, where do you live / what's your address? Both similar. And then the third one is, no thanks, I'm already married. I'm not, but that's, it's so funny. Okay. I really wish I would have said one of those. And the reason why I prefaced it this way before is because, like, if you were to ask anybody, this happens all the time. No. Okay, again, I can count on one hand the amount of times I run into some racist jackhole. Okay? And I don't understand white people. I don't understand these white people. Now, the majority of us just want to live our life. If you're of a different race, who cares? We just want to go about our business, don't want nobody bothering us. Like everybody, okay? Black, white, brown, rainbow, whatever. The majority of us, we just want to live our life and not be bothered by people just being irritating jerks, in general. Specifically, I tell you what, man, I feel like I have an obligation even more so now, even though I'm not apologizing for being white. I can't help it. Have I done things that are not conducive of being a proper honky in this day and age when I was like 5? But I was 5. Probably even younger than that. So I was a little stupid idiot. Now I'm a big stupid idiot. There's a big difference. So, no, in all seriousness, I hate people who are like that. I detest people who are like that. And not only do I think it's a huge misnomer to call every white person racist, it's just I hate the fact that these people still exist in the year 2022. So you should say 2020, and then 2022 it kind of came out difficult. Anyway, I hate racist people, and I don't know what about being white makes people think that you're racist. Even other dumb white people think that you're racist. Here's an example. There's 2 examples. On one end of dumb people thinking that you're racist, you have the people who just think that if you have a political view that is not theirs or one whatever, then you're racist. That's one group of dumb white people. The other group of dumb white people are perhaps equally as stupid, and that is the people who are racist that think that because you are white, then you are also racist. You know how many times I've had people, dumb, honky, redneck, white trash, au fait people, come up to me and make racist comments about someone that happened to be there or whatever, and I'm like, I couldn't even respond because I'm just so dumbfounded someone thought that. But now, oh man, no. I want someone to do that now. I seriously want someone to do that now. And what's worse is rich racist white people, who this woman was. She was in Boca. I can guarantee she lived there. I don't. I live in a city that's just below. If you're in Boca and you go south and hit a speed bump, that's where I live. Yeah. So I hate. I mean, if you're poor and racist, okay. Maybe you're not educated. I don't know, but I mean, there's some. As far as that's concerned, I'm not going to say every poor person's stupid. That's not okay, because there's plenty of poor people that are smarter than I am, and I'm kind of dumb. So, but I hate rich, racist white people. I hate anybody being racist, period. I don't care who you're racist against. If you are looking down upon a person of another race simply because they are not of your race, that's racist. I don't care what direction. from what race to other race, it does not matter. Okay? And I know one thing floating around right now is, that certain people cannot be racist. That's a lie. Everybody can be racist. That should be a children's book, Everybody can be racist, but you shouldn't be. I mean, there is kind of a book like that, but take it in a far different direction than being just simplistic about it. Regardless, I'm going off on a tangent. I want someone to do the expected racism thing with me again, because I will lay into them like you wouldn't believe. I mean, I hate it. Look, if I hate somebody, and I mean like actually hate somebody, I don't want nothing to do with them. I can't do that. I don't do that based on what they look like. Other than if they're drunk and they're stumbling towards me and they're like, whatever. Okay, there's context. But I will only hate you because I know you. Okay? If I know something like that woman, I know everything about that woman I need to know. I hate her. Okay? Now, I shouldn't hate her. I should, you want to be kind to everybody, but if you're going to be a jerk, then, you reap what you sow. Regardless, if you're going to be stupid, expect stupidity back at you, okay? You're going to be, if you're going to be a jerk, someone's going to treat you like a jerk. Simple as that. If I hate somebody, it's on an individual basis, put it that way. I'm an equal opportunity hater, but it has to be earned. Your hate has to be earned. My hate has to be earned, I should say. The hate I have for you, whatever. You know what I mean. So, for anybody like that, honestly, it's 2022. There's enough false racist flags being thrown around, in every different direction, from every different people to every other different people. It's ridiculous. Racism has no place, and I'm grateful that only a handful of times I've ever dealt with this. To me, that if it was a daily basis, then I would more than join in with other people and say, yes, this country is racist to its core. Based on personal experience, I don't see it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But just like hating people, to me, it's a personal thing. I'd have to know you and know why. There has to be a reason for me to hate you. And skin color is not one, okay? Or ethnicity is not a reason, okay? It has to be something about your personality that makes you a total douchebag or something. Okay, I hate dumb people. I hate people who are unnecessarily rude. The Karens of the world, if you will. I hate them. And by the way, not all Karens are white. Sorry about that at a later date. I might bring back Retail Rants for that one. The thing is, for me to not like somebody, it has to be on a personal level, not on a superficial level. And by the way, about this dumb honky woman, one thing she didn't do, she was angry at me, blah 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 blah. Never once denied. Never once denied. Typically, the more you deny, the more you imply. However, if there is no denial at all, that's also an issue. It's also a problem. So, if she would have simply just said, I'm not racist, look, and she would have been calm about it, look, I've been to the doctor, sorry for my attitude, but I've been to the doctor recently, and I just don't want to get sick again. But it was the attitude combined with the fact that, just her whole attitude. just screamed the fact that she was racist. I hate it, man. And I also hate these hairs on my chin because they're white. Okay, I think maybe that's the only level of racism I have. All right, I've been babbling on for long enough. Let me go. See you next time. Bye.